My name is Jessica, and I'm about to tell you the most twisted story of my life. A story about love, betrayal, and the most elaborate deception I never saw coming. You think you know someone after 3 years? Think again. March 15th, 2023. I was 28, living in downtown Chicago with my boyfriend Marcus. 3 years together, and I thought he was the one. We had our routine, morning coffee, Friday takeout, Sunday brunches on Michigan Avenue. Perfect couple, right? But perfect usually hides something rotten. The red flags started in February. Marcus began getting mysterious phone calls. He'd step out, lower his voice, and when I'd ask, he'd say, "Work stuff." Ladies, when a man gets secretive about calls, it's never just work. I made excuses, told myself I was paranoid. Have you ever done that? Convinced yourself your gut feeling was wrong because you didn't want to face the truth. That was me for weeks. Then came the night that changed everything. March 15th, 8:30 p.m. We were supposed to watch our show. Marcus was in the shower, and his phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Something inside me snapped, and I looked. The message preview froze my blood. "Baby, I can't keep pretending. When are you telling her about us? About the baby?" The baby, 2 words that hit like a freight train. Hands shaking, I unlocked his phone. I knew the passcode from when we shared everything, and 30 seconds later, 3 years of my life were ash. Her name was Samantha. 8 months together. According to their messages, she was 3 months pregnant with his child. But here's where it gets twisted, really twisted. Marcus walked out just as I was scrolling, trying not to throw up. The look on his face when he saw me with his phone. Not guilt, not shame, anger. Pure, cold anger. "You went through my phone?" he said, like I was the criminal. "Are you serious?" I screamed. "You're having a baby with another woman, and that's your line?" What happened next still gives me chills. Marcus didn't deny it, didn't apologize. Instead, he said something I replay daily. "Jessica, you were never supposed to find out like this." Never supposed to find out? As if there was a good way to discover your boyfriend's double life. But wait, it gets worse. The next morning, I found Samantha on social media. Her name was all over his messages. What I discovered made me question everything. Samantha wasn't random. She was 22, fresh out of college, working as a dental receptionist. From her Instagram, she believed Marcus was single. She had no idea I existed. I stared at her profile for hours. Picture after picture of her and Marcus at places I'd never been. Here's where the story takes a turn that'll make your head spin. I messaged her. I know it sounds crazy, but I had to know the truth. "Hi Samantha, I think we need to talk about Marcus," she responded instantly. "Who is this? How do you know Marcus?" "I'm his girlfriend of 3 years. We live together." The typing indicator appeared and disappeared 10 times before. "That's impossible. Marcus and I have been together 8 months. We're having a baby." I sent her a photo from our Napa Valley vacation 2 months earlier. Both of us smiling, date stamp clearly visible. Radio silence for 2 hours. Then my phone rang. "We need to meet," Samantha said, voice shaking. "There's something about the baby you need to know." We met at Starbucks the next day. I expected to hate her, but seeing her there, devastated like me, I realized we were both victims. "Jessica," she said, tears streaming. "I'm not really pregnant. The baby, it's fake." Marcus asked me to pretend, then the rest. The breakup plan, the fake ultrasounds, the idea that once I was gone, he'd make her believe she'd lost the baby from stress. Sitting there, staring at this manipulated young woman, I felt pure, white-hot clarity. "How long have you known?" I asked. "Yesterday. After your photo, I confronted him. He said it was the only way to set everyone free without hurting feelings. Without hurting feelings? This man engineered the most elaborate, cruel deception imaginable. But Samantha surprised me. She looked me straight in the eye. No one does this to me twice. I think we should teach him a lesson. And that's exactly what we did. We spent an hour planning the most satisfying revenge of my life. Samantha would continue the fake pregnancy, but now we'd both be in on it. Meanwhile, I'd plan a surprise for Marcus, a surprise engagement party. For 2 weeks, we played our roles perfectly. I planned what I told him was a small dinner party for his promotion, casual dress, close friends only. Samantha sent fake doctor updates and ultrasound reminders. Marcus thought he was so clever. He'd comfort me about work stress while texting Samantha about their future. The audacity, helping me plan while thinking it was just casual dinner. March 30th, 2023, party night. I'd invited 20 people, friends, co-workers, his parents, his sister. When Marcus walked in and saw the crowd, decorations, banner reading, "Congratulations, Marcus," his confusion was priceless. "Congratulations for what?" he asked. "Your promotion," I said loudly, "and the wonderful news you've been keeping." His face went white. "What news?" his mother asked, beaming. That's when Samantha walked through the door. Dead silence. Marcus looked ready to faint. His mother's smile faded. "Everyone," I announced, "meet Samantha. She has wonderful news about Marcus." Samantha played her part perfectly. She walked up to Marcus, hand on her stomach. "Honey, I couldn't wait. I had to tell everyone about our baby." The explosion was everything we hoped for. Marcus's mother screaming, sister demanding explanations, friends backing toward the door. Marcus just stood there like a fish out of water, but we weren't done. "And the best part," I continued, "is how thoughtful Marcus has been, taking care of both his pregnant girlfriend and his live-in girlfriend of 3 years. His father looked at his son with disgust. "Marcus, what the hell is going on?" Marcus finally found his voice. "This is a misunderstanding. Jessica's lying. She's jealous I'm moving on." The audacity. But Samantha was ready. She pulled out her phone and read their texts out loud. Messages detailing his fake pregnancy plan. Messages calling me clingy and desperate. Messages laughing about manipulating us both. By the time she finished, everyone understood exactly what kind of man Marcus was. His mother crying, father furious, friends disgusted, sister looking at him like a stranger. "Get out," his father said quietly. "Get your things and don't contact us until you figure out how to be decent." Marcus looked around for any ally. Found none. Finally, his eyes landed on me. "Jessica, you don't understand. I was protecting you." I walked up, looked him straight in the eye. "Marcus, the only thing I don't understand is how I wasted 3 years on someone so pathetic." He left with a single suitcase. I never saw him again. Over the next months, Samantha and I became friends. We helped each other heal from his manipulation. She moved to California, and we still text weekly. As for Marcus, he ended up at another marketing firm. Word got around quickly. A co-worker forwarded screenshots of the texts. His old company restructured his position out of existence. His family cut him off. His friends wanted nothing to do with him. According to his sister, who apologized for her brother, he's living alone in a studio apartment, trying to rebuild his reputation. Some might say what we did was cruel. But here's what I learned. Sometimes, the only way to stop a manipulator is complete exposure. Sometimes, the only justice you get is what you create. Marcus spent months planning elaborate deception to hurt 2 women. What we did was merciful compared to what he deserved. And according to his sister, who reached out to apologize for her brother's behavior. He's been living alone in a studio apartment, trying to rebuild his reputation. Some people might say what we did was cruel, that we went too far, that public humiliation wasn't the answer. But here's what I learned from this whole nightmare. Sometimes, the only way to stop a manipulator is to expose them completely. Sometimes, the only justice you get is the justice you create for yourself. Marcus spent months planning elaborate deception to hurt two women who loved him. He was willing to fake pregnancies, destroy relationships, and manipulate everyone around him just to avoid having an honest conversation. What we did was merciful compared to what he deserved. But the real question is what I learned about myself. For months, I questioned everything. How could I have missed the signs? Truth is, I wasn't blind. I saw the signs. I chose to ignore them because I was invested, afraid of starting over, convinced love could fix anything. But love can't fix someone who refuses to see a problem. Love can't protect you from someone actively engineering your reality. Today, I'm in a much better place, single, focusing on career, learn to trust my instincts. When something feels wrong, I don't make excuses. Samantha taught me something important. Sometimes, the person you think is your enemy is going through the same thing. Sometimes joining forces is the best thing. So, here's my question. Have you ever ignored red flags? Made excuses for someone's behavior? Been so invested you lost sight of your worth? If you have, you're not alone. You're human. We want to believe the best in people we love. But sometimes, protecting yourself means accepting that person isn't who you thought. And if someone is manipulating you, gaslighting you, making you question reality, remember, you deserve better. You deserve honesty, respect, someone who doesn't need to fake pregnancies just to avoid conversations. The pattern's always the same. They make you feel crazy, make you doubt yourself. Don't let them. Trust your gut. Ask the hard questions. What would you have done? Confronted him privately? Walked away quietly? Or done exactly what we did? Leave a comment. Even now, a year later, I'm not sure we handled it right. I just know it felt right, and maybe that's enough.